Thank you for joining me on another lovely day. It is perfect weather to work on a car, and I do have a car to work on. It is my 91 3000GT VR4, the worst one in the world. The last time I left you off, I was just going around the car and showing you what it needs, and it needs absolutely everything. But I have done a little work behind your back. I have taken out the gas tank, which was pretty damn rusty, and right now I'm going to be putting in the new gas tank, new fuel pump, sender and filter, and hopefully get it running. But I'm not sure that I have all the fittings, but we're gonna get that new gas tank in there, and yeah, that's pretty much what we're gonna do today. And here it is. So underneath this awesome packaging is a new fuel tank for this car. So the fuel tank, actually, I got it from a member. Got it from a member on the 3SX forum, or 3SI rather. It's a Mitsubishi 3000GT and Dodge Stealth forum. All right, this might take a little while. Okay, here it is. I have not opened this up before. I just loosened up the tape and what the hell? All right, cheetah print. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, so this has been powder coated gold, and I got it from a member on the 3SI forum because apparently it had a dent in it and he wanted a show quality car, and this car, let's just say it's not going to be show quality. So I took this from him for a very reasonable price. Everything is almost brand new, and I'm going to put that into this car and hopefully not have too much issue with it. So it is like 6 bolts. It's like right here. It's just around the perimeter, and you just mount it. I have to put in the new. I got some new fuel hose for it, and I think that's about it. Let me get this. This is pretty heavy. Let me get it out, and so you can see it in the light. All right, take a look at this beauty. So this looks absolutely brand new. I think it was media blasted and then powder coated. So all this stuff on my old one was all rusted, and this was actually ripped off by the previous prospective owner, but here everything's pristine. I'm going to need to replace the fuel line that goes right here to the body of the car. I believe this is a return line, and this is maybe the vent for the evap system or something, but yeah, I should be able to get this on without too much of a problem. I will have to swap over my old part over here. I'm not quite sure what it's for, but we'll figure that out. And like I said, it's just about 6 bolts. So it's 1, 2, 3 on this side, and actually 1, 2, 3 on that side. I think the other bolts are for maybe the heat shield, or but yeah, it should be pretty easy to go on. And this doesn't have any gas in it, so it's a lot wow, it's a lot lighter than the one I took out, because that did have a little bit of gas in it. And even though I opened up the screw to empty out the gas tank, I guess it was so rusted that it didn't do anything. So let's get this one in there. And actually, you know what, before that, I'm gonna get this car in the air, and then I'll show you what it's like underneath. All right, so I put this little component on there. I believe this is part of the evap system for the fuel vapor. It goes into a little check valve, little blue check valve here, and then that goes into the evap system in the front. And this is looks like the fuel return line. I connected it on this side. This is a brand new hose, and then I'm just going to connect it to the car. So before I put all this in, I wanted to show you what it looks like under here. Look at that. Okay, so lots of room for activities. A bit of surface rust here, if I'm honest, but then again, the car was extremely cheap. So I'm gonna have to connect this right here. I'll get this rust off with a wire brush. I'm gonna have to connect that line, this line. Here's the check valve. I'm gonna get a new one of that. But just I put that there as a placeholder, so I'll know that the check valve goes there. Here is the line. Here's the actual fuel feed line. I'm very fortunate that I got this fitting off because everything else was pretty rusted. I'm gonna hit this with a wire brush and then hit it with some paint just to make sure it doesn't rust anymore, but everything else looks okay. And then I'm just gonna put it, well, here's one of the studs, there's another one, and yeah, and up top I think that's I'll figure out what to do here. That's where the fuel sender goes. So I'm going to move the new tank in here and then kind of like try to bench press it up here and then tighten one of the bolts, and hopefully I don't break my back. Well, after some bench pressing, I finally got the gas tank in. You can see the nice gold sheen coming from it. You can see that's where you have to put the sender. I think Donald Trump would be proud of this gas tank. If we take a look underneath the car, take a look at that. This is the cleanest thing this car has ever had. I think that's the dent that was introduced at some point. Quite a sizable dent, but I don't think it's going to make any difference to the running of this car, especially since this car is extremely cheap. But yeah, I mean, none of the bolts broke. They're all there. So let's get this sender and fuel pump back in and see if we can start the car. I don't know if we're going to get that done today, but we can certainly try. So what we're going to have to do is right here. This is the fitting for the high pressure fuel feed line. This is the evap hose. This is the electrical connection, and that's about it. I have to put in the sender here. There's 6 8mm screws, and let's take a look at the pump. So here is the fuel pump sender. I got it. It's not brand new part, obviously, because it's a bit rusted, but this is a lot better. This is in a lot better condition than you would see in a car of this age. The issue with mine is that I'm having trouble getting this off. This is a 14mm hex, I guess, fitting, and then this is a 19mm. I tried to get wrenches on here, and all it does is bend this line. So I might have to get another one of these just with. I mean, I can introduce some. I can introduce some heat to this, but I don't know if there's any fuel in here. I don't want to really agitate that. I doubt it. And I also don't want to melt this because this is rubber, and who knows how old it is. But the pump itself, it would live down there, and here it is. This is the pump. It looks like it's in pretty good shape. Hopefully it works. Another thing I have to do is on here, this was wired up for a, let's see if I can get that into focus. So this fuel pump sender was wired up to be a direct line from the battery to the fuel pump, and people do that so they can get a little bit more voltage to the fuel pump. There is a voltage drop when it goes through the fuse box all the way to the tank, and there's also a resistor that gets the voltage. Instead of 12 volts, it delivers 5 volts in cruising. I guess it lengthens the life of the fuel pump. But for this fuel pump, I mean, we can run at 12 volts. However, I want to be as OEM as possible. I just want to get this car running straight and stock, and then I can add to it. So I'm gonna have to get a new one of these. Let's see if I can order one, or maybe somebody can send me one if they're super duper nice. But this is gonna go in, and that will have to wait. So for now, I'm going to call this a day. I did get this in, so that's a really big job, and I'm proud of that. But it is getting a little cloudy and a little looks kind of like rain. So I think I will end that right here. I think I'll end this video on that note. I did want to get this started. I did want to get this running a little better, but the issue is just that I don't have any parts, and I can't really remedy that. I don't have a parts car. This would probably be the parts car if I had another car. But yeah, so I'll try to get that part as soon as possible. I do have a few people that are willing to give me parts, so hopefully I can get that done within the next week. But I will keep you updated 100%. So if you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe. If you didn't like the video, dislike, or do whatever you want to do. My name is Tavarish. I will see you next time.